Long ago, parents were concerned about children being obese. There was a lot of reports coming about saying obesity in children, health problems in children, and we were worried about it. Today, we're in a digital era, and just like obesity, which is a scary epidemic across children, we have infobesity now. If you're wondering what is infobesity, it is nothing but information overload. We are living in a digital era where, without even our requirement or our priority, we are fed with information all over. You'd be surprised to know that at a point, every individual is dumped with over 34 GB of data individually. Have you ever used your phone and found yourself in a fix when you see it hanging? That's primarily because there is an overload. If that is the case for our gadgets, imagine our brains. And then it's very important for us to look at saying, if we as adults find so much of a difficulty in focusing, in attention, in concentration, and we feel a fatigue because of this information overload, what are children dealing with? In fact, they're digital babies. They have gadgets all over them. We are at least using our gadgets, but they are in vicinity of gadgets of grandparents, gadgets of parents. Even if they are not watching, they are exposed to a lot of data throughout their day. So it's very important for us as parents to be aware of this term called infobesity. As I shared before, what is the problem with having an information overload? The challenge is, as you have an information overload, as we said, around 34 GB of data which is dumped on us, we lose priority, we lose focus, and we lose attention. With children, they start showing up in behavior. They become more aggressive, they become more fragile, they're like more irritated. So all of this could have reasons there. But as parents, it's important for us to look at designing our environment, at designing our routines in such a way that children understand that all the information is not for them and they have a way to process it. There is a lot of information coming to them without their acceptance, without their need. For example, if they're just walking by with you, they might hear music, or they might hear words, they might hear language from the environment, and they tend to pick it up. They're like a soft sponge. It's important that we engage as parents, we engage in conversation with them such that we bring relevance to whatever information is coming to them. So if we engage in a conversation, a meaningful conversation, they understand, okay, this is important and this is not important. So as a family, I would request, look at saying what are priorities, which you would want the child to learn, and then have interesting conversations around it such that all these other clutters which happen around them can be removed. Another very important thing is, even as parents, I think we have information overload. There are blogs all over, there are enough of emails, WhatsApp, everything coming to us. Even for us, we have to sit down and say, what are my channels of learning and how do I now constructively learn? Which is, a lot of information is reaching me. How do I put it to use? Because the moment you put it to use, your brain starts to process it. Otherwise, it's like having junk, just like having lots of fat in your body and not working out. It's the same way. So when information reaches us, it's important for us to think about it, discuss about it, have groups, or connect it within the family, brainstorm, and use that information constructively. Only then it becomes meaningful for us. So as parents, let's look at we becoming very clear about what information we use, prioritizing what we need, and structuring on it. Another very important thing for children is, when we are having discussions with them, let's help them also understand how to use information. Encourage children to draw it out, encourage children to express it out. If they've heard something, if they've known something, let's encourage them to speak about it. Let's encourage them to maybe do a role play or to show it us through a model, because then again they are using information and we're teaching them how to cope up with the digital world, which is going to create a lot of obesity, which is information obesity, infobesity. So as parents, let's look at doing that. Another critical thing is, let's also bring something called a silence time within our structures. Silence time could be, one is, E-fasting, as a family, we could look at saying, can we spend some time which is completely without any gadgets around us? Can we spend time in nature? And as we said, silence time is, can we spend time alone refreshing ourselves? Can we just sit down and reflect on something, or can we just sit down and write something? So if we do it, they will also start learning from us. We can creatively coin it as saying, my time or silence time or something like that, which is interesting for them. They would really know how to declutter themselves, because one of the things that research proves is when children spend time silence, sitting alone, reflecting, thinking, they're basically processing, and it helps them really detoxify so much of information overload that happens. So hope you're going to put this to practice and help our children really cope up with the digital world, which is going to be erratic and chaotic. This can go a long way in helping them build a strong future.